All right, I am back, baby. Check that out. Roadblock from the new G.I. Joe Declassified 6-inch series. This is Dashing Doug here with Retro Rad Toys. Oh, let's do a little unboxing. Roadblock, you big son of a gun. Let's get you out of that package. Here is his, oh man, massive, it's supposed to be some kind of machine gun-ish thing. So it's very futuristic. Got some cool details there, if the camera will focus. There, yeah, look at that. That's nice. So, weapon's cool. Let's see what else we got here. We got a knife. It is, you know, nice shaped little blade. The whole thing seems to be just cast in a silver, as far as I can tell. All right. And the last little part here is an ammo clip or a battery. I guess, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on how you look at it here. It's either an ammo clip or a battery. It's one of the two. It depends on how you look at it. Does this shoot energy? Does this shoot bullets? Or does it just shoot us in the foot of our hopes and dreams as we hang on for the wild ride that is G.I. Joe Declassified? Gun away. All right, Roadblock. Let's pull you out of that. Man. Look at that. It's like, I mean, they kind of totally captured that bulkiness that is Roadblock. Like, sorry, I had to do a little camera adjustment there. But the bulkiness that is Roadblock, like, this is bordering on like a WWE Mattel figure. Huh? Gun show. Sunday, fun show, gun show, Roadblock. I actually really kind of enjoy this figure. Like, he is tattooed up, as we can see here. He has some wonderful double jointed elbows. Got the cut right below the ball and pivot shoulder. Let's see, that would be the right wrist. The right wrist has a pivot this way. And a trigger hand, of course. This arm has the, yeah, the pivot that way. He could really use the up and down pivot. I'm surprised they didn't give that to us on one of the hands. I do like when they do that from one side to the other. It allows you to get some good pistol grips and whatnot. Cool homage to the version, let's see, version 2 Roadblock. The normal white undershirt with this vest. Sorry, getting a couple of messages coming through there about this review. But so like the head sculpt, pretty good, pretty daggone good. I actually wouldn't have been opposed to seeing the rocks melon on here, and I don't have a Mattel figure handy to swap out that head, or I would. Got some decent, really above decent head movement. So yeah, it's on a ball with a up and down pivot, and it looks like there's a secondary either ball or pivot right down in there. So got that going. That's probably to give him that slight extra bit of range, because he is limited with that because of the vest. This looks to have come off and just ripped flesh tone underneath. Let's see. Let's see if his waist is like Scarlett's, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got a ball joint in there. But this is like a kind of a rubbery diaper kind of thing. Kind of puts me in mind of the Storm Collectibles Hogan that's out as I just kick the tripod and hopefully run the shot. Thankfully, I'm not going to reshoot this, so you guys can deal with that. Maybe when I get like 4,000 viewers, I'll be like, hey, maybe I should take more care in reviewing these videos. He does have a thigh cut, as well as double jointed knees, which he does need, a boot cut, and this pivot, as well as the up and down from his ankle, and a swivel. So all the articulation there. The hips, yep, he does have the weird drop hips, which I'm cool with because, you know, it does make him taller and more imposing. But if you need to get a little bit of a wider stance with him, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue nor a problem as long as you can balance him. As far as the colors, I actually really like the colors. The gold is a little more loud, I guess. You know, it's brighter. It's got more sheen than Scarlett's did. And just from the package, looks a little more like a little more vibrant than Duke's. But you know, the red gloves are pretty okay. Red and gray gloves. They do kind of go with the red on his vest. I actually really like that vest. That is such a nice sculpt on the vest. It looks very, very version 2. That, mind you, this is the first time I'm opening this figure. I am doing this all for the first time with you. So that's where the knife goes. We have the clip in here. Looks as though, well, actually, it looks as though he could probably hold the gun like this, even though, one, the vest is in the way, and it is also way out there. So that's probably a no-go. I think ideally his gun is meant to be held much as we would expect. As I hit the camera, knock everything out of my hands, and RoadBlocks. Rock, wherever you are, I am sorry. This isn't your character, Dwayne. But there we go. Alright, so RoadBlock is attempting to hold his weapon, which I am having a little bit of a hard time with this. Alright. It is surprisingly harder to position things from behind a camera. He has a secondary handle right there, which does go into that hand rather well, giving us the big giant muscly dude with a oversized gun montage, a big, you know, gun, big effing gun. Sorry, children, if there's any watching this channel, even though this is not a kid's channel. I think him standing up is less me being able to balance him and more the fact I am behind this camera. Give me just a second. All right, and I'm back. And look at that. Stands up fine. It was just, it was user error there. So, ultimately, I really, really like this figure. He's big. He's imposing. He is taller than the other figures in the line that I have opened thus far. Scarlett being the other one. See if I can get her in the shot here really quick. But she is... Oop. Let us remove the big honking gun here. Toss it into the background. RoadBlock, let's see if we can get you up straight. And nobody better mess with his mom or her cooking. what episode was that? Rocket's Red Glare, maybe? The old tune. So, there we go. We got both of them in the shot. I am just going to do this, because what I have them on is very unstable at the moment. But as you can see, he is a good head taller than Scarlet. And mind you, these stand awesome on flat surfaces. They do not stand awesome on the surface I have them on now. I say that, and of course he stands perfectly. So, this has been my little mini review of RoadBlock. I like it as a figure. It does capture a lot of that version 2, but it also totally like mixes and melds it with a little bit of the Rock, a little dash of the Rock, a little vomit of some of the movie aesthetic in here. But it's like these guys are kind of like cops. They're fighting crime in a future time. That's kind of the vibe I've been getting from them. But that is my quick review of RoadBlock, even though this is probably like a 10 or 12 minute review at this point. So enjoy, pick this thing up. It's really cool. Like, they're all cool. I think my next review is going to be the Delicious Duke. So stay tuned to Retro Rad Toys.